Wow, that's beautiful.
We're recording.
But it's really a very nice background. I like it. It is real, so that's good.
Good. Yeah, it is
It's
real.
really nice. And you have a home office, is it?
No, this is our office.
Oh, office. Oh, that's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Oh, looks. I don't know why. It looks. I don't know. Doesn't matter. And is this also like what more do you have at your office? Is there also like space for product development or whatever?
Yeah. We have a. I could show you around, but I don't. I'm not on my phone. But yeah, we have like office. We have live videos. We have the kitchen. We have the storage, the IT, the conference rooms, podcast space. We have a lot of stuff.
Wow, wow. And how many people are around you normally on a work day?
Our team is maybe like local 35, maybe
35.
between July and Nexus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then looking at balance, like how is it balanced? How is it organized? Who is doing what? Kind of like the teams?
So local, we have around half and half, and there's a few people here joining, by the way. I don't know if you see them. They're here. Hello, everybody.
Yeah,
Uh,
hello.
but there are we got a lot of design, a lot of photography, and then we have ads, and we have product managers. We have a lot of did everything Amazon, pretty much. Actually, we have one person doing TikTok
Cool.
and one person who does marketplaces, like that's not Amazon. So Kohl's, whatever, different places that are not Amazon. And then pretty much
Yeah.
everyone else focuses something on Amazon: product development, the surveys, the ads, the videos, packaging. And then we have one person that does wholesale, so retail. But other than that,
Also, good. Great. We will start, by the way, in 3 minutes. I just keep strict to the program, so that's what we're gonna do.
perfect.
We just cozy having a chat here. So welcome if you're already here. Welcome. And yeah. And how many products do you launch new? Like, is that on a
As
quarter
many as
base, or is
possible.
that more like yearly, or is it just slowing down a bit?
Oh, so internally we have what's called like a Shark Tank. So we actually the managers of different categories, they will pitch a product. They're like, "Hey, sharks," and then it's the COO, my wife and me, and we're there. We're like the sharks, and they pitch us one of the products, and they're like, "What do you think? We want to do this. Whatever water kettle. It does this and this feature, whatever. This is a competitor. This is what we're gonna do." And then we say approved or disapproved, or get that out of here, or give me a better design or something. So we do like an internal Shark Tank of any product before it goes live. So it gets approved through that Shark Tank, and then when it's approved, then then we get the production samples, and that it goes now through the line, through the quality, through the packaging, through everything, and then
And
gets created.
does it sometimes go like get out of here and then also losing your job, or it's not like that? Still like a friendly environment, everything
We,
okay?
we don't
Because
talk about that.
think,
We don't talk about that. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No. We haven't had never fired anybody for a Shark Tank.
yeah, yeah. We have 1 minute, so I'm gonna really start strict at 1 minute. I'm just gonna use that. Welcome everybody. Uh, we are just having a conversation here already, starting a bit, so that's good. Yeah. And in that Shark Tank procedure, how many products do succeed?
Most, honestly, I'm always pushing for products. So I mean, so far, I don't think we've ever like fully rejected. We say like, we don't want it, make these changes, make it better. That part looks ugly or something. Send it back and then get it fit, get created newly. But like, pretty much, we don't reject like concepts. We don't reject products just because it's a bad category. Like pretty much everybody that comes together and makes the product like for a category, we like that category. We're happy with it because we also approve, like, before someone gets into a category, they say, "Hey, I want to start selling whatever their barbecue grills," and then they're like, can I work on that? So we get an approval, like a soft approval. Yes, we want to be in that category. So once they're in there, it's always they present the idea, and then we either like reject the idea, tweak it, but we always stay in the categories because all the categories. I mean, we're doing anything kitchen. Anything kitchen we work
Yeah, I
on.
know that. Yeah, yeah. And the ones that are approved by you guys, so like the Shark Tank, it's approved. What about it? So is that all a success?
Um, Not all of them, not all of them, but I think what one time we did a study, kind of like an internal study of like how many products actually make it after they go live, and something only like 8 or 10% of products actually became profitable and were products we kept. So actually 9 out of 10 products like got done. So since we've done Shark Tank, I can only guess because I haven't actually fully analyzed it, but I think we're getting more to 25% to 30% are succeeding, right? Before we just threw products, now we're doing more of a process. Hey, why is it better? And actually getting that approved, and it's increased our chances of it going, and being successful by quite a bit, I think.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to use this information because it's also why you're here.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, you're Aaron Cordova's co-founder, is it? Co-founder. That's what
Yeah,
you
go
said.
on, yeah, yeah.
It's co-founder of Zule Kitchen. And well, I can also proudly say that like you are a nine-figure seller, so you have much more experience than I have. And so welcome everybody. So my name is Peter Paul. Um, yeah, I'm with Intellivy for a couple of years now, and I'm guiding a lot of customers in optimization around getting more clicks, getting better conversion, listen to consumers. That's what I do. Well, not me, the platform does, and I read the results. And today we are here with Aaron Cardoso. I think it's also good that you, well, introduce yourself, Aaron.
Me introduce myself, sure. I mean,
Yeah.
uh, if people are here, they probably know something about me, right? I mean, I don't know. Maybe you guys, if you know nothing about me, fine. But we have several brands. I think we own more than 10 brands at this point. Our largest one is Zulai Kitchen. Zulai Kitchen is a brand that started on Amazon with our 2-in-1 lemon squeezer, was the first product ever. That has now been #1 bestseller for about 10 years. No, sorry,
Wow.
8 years. Because we started 10 years ago, but it took 2 years to become #1 bestseller. So, but it stayed up there the whole time. And so far we probably have another like 10 or 11 products that have become #1 bestseller on Amazon. And our team is about 75 people strong. And we have our own warehouse, we have our operations, we have our own software, Samurai Seller. For Amazon, this is like our complete handles everything for Amazon, our ads, our profitability, everything. We build this stuff for ourselves, so it's very enterprise. We acquire businesses. So if you are interested in selling your Amazon business, we buy them. Nexus Capital, that's another. We do a lot of stuff. But
You do a lot of
anyway,
stuff. And you also have
um,
spare time to do these kind of things. That's great.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's you. I love it. Well, so what we're going to do today, it's going to be kind of like a contest, but of course then in a good way, because the whole point here is that I did some polls in preparation, like some random products. And I'm also going, by the way, I see some requests for recording and note takers, whatever. No, this is the real thing. It's Aaron, it's me. And the recording will be provided by us. So after the webinar, if you're an attendee, you're joining us, then you will get the recording via email. So don't worry. And you even get a 40% discount on an Intellivy pool. So that's all. Yep, that's all included. I'm going to share my screen and then I stop again and go back because each time I need to prepare the poll preview to make sure that Aaron doesn't know the results yet. So that's what I'm going to do.
I
But
don't. I have.
beforehand, I just want to show this quickly. So let me see.
And let me just start off by telling everybody, listen, what you'll see, right? I have an eye and I can look at some things, and we'll see. I think I'll be right at least 50% of the time.
And well, we did it before and it was great.
Yeah,
It
I was
great.
good. I was pretty good. So, but the truth is, you all are good. Anybody can look at a picture because you all are buyers. All of you guys are the buyer of your product, or at least, close to it. So you can look at it and say, like, this looks good. This will help me want to buy. You have an idea. And yes, it's kind of like the masses because you want to get a majority of people. But somebody will think the way you think. But you actually just put your eye, and looking is the most important part of this, right? Doing a survey is fantastic. I call them surveys or polls, whatever you want to call them. So it's very important because you get a lot of people's opinions, because one opinion is better than no opinions, but it's better to get more than one. And you'll see I'm not always right. But you have to have some sort of attempt of what is going to make it better. And then even that, like, you could ask AI, but that's kind of like whatever. You could actually just think what could make it better, and then you survey it, and then you can find out if that hypothesis was correct. But everybody has a good eye because you are a human being and we think somewhat similarly. So
Yeah, and you say hypothesis. I also say that also internally in the office. And if someone's watching right now, he's laughing probably. But and you're right. And I think it's not about right or wrong. I think just the fact that you have the gut and to do it, like just go for it, and you think about let's go towards this direction. And even if it's wrong, it's going to give you insights. It's going to help you in the correct direction, and that's the whole point. Um, I just want to make sure that everybody sees this, and I really included this. On purpose because all products shown today were just selected randomly. I just did this completely random. There's no connection with any of these brands. The goal is simply to observe, analyze, and learn. And if your product happens to appear, well, then that's your lucky day because you're getting free market research. And if you want to explore the results further, feel free to reach out to us. So that's absolutely possible. Just want to make sure that you know this. Now, let's prepare the first poll. It's going to take some time. I'm just going to do what I have to do. There we go. Make it bigger. There we go. This is going to be the first one.
all right, I'm ready. Let's see.
Yeah. So I start in the exact flow as Intellivy works. And that is always, well, always not for the A+ content poll. That will also come by. But in this specific poll, we start with situation because we are just asking random people. And they need to understand what's coming. So that's why we do this step. And the same applies to you because otherwise you just see images and now what? So here you see imagine yourself in this situation, Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
You can see it?
Yep. So I'm planning an upcoming trip and I'm looking for a 3-piece luggage set to upgrade from the one I've been using for the past few years because it broke and is smelly and there was a homeless person who was peeing in it. Okay, fine. Cool.
Yeah, so then here we ask, of course, what are the most important products you would look for? Now, I'll dive into the results later because that also will come across. But then we see the options. So here we have it.
Hmm.
Now, Aaron.
Hmm.
And the question is, by the way, which luggage set would you most likely click on? So that's the question. And these are the three
Okay.
options.
Well, here, okay, so again, in this scenario, this is the Amazon it's in like the Amazon place and you can see the reviews, right? So in this
Yeah.
case, I'm gonna go one has 7,000 reviews and
Yeah.
it's the cheapest. Okay. The brand name is Cool Life, sounds somewhat familiar, right? Like probably like again, it's realistically that's gonna win because I think a lot of people are driven by reviews. I would say because of the reviews and the price, that's going to be the winner. However, I'm going to kind of ignore that as well. I'm going to say like if I was just looking at the luggage pieces without the pricing and the reviews, I think the left one, the American Tourister one, hard shell. It doesn't look like hard shell. It looks like a soft shell to me. That looks like a soft one, more like the Toomey kind of like thing. It didn't look actually like a hard shell, although the title says hard shell. I think that would be more like a little bit more professional. So like if I was like business or I want to go on a business trip, I would probably use that one. But the one all the way on the right, light is kind of cool. It might be light, and the gray looks strong and sturdy. I'm gonna go with the middle. The middle's gonna win. Mostly the price and the reviews. I just think that middle one is gonna win. I would probably pick on that one. Really, you got a lot of reviews. I can't see the star rating here, right? If you hover over it, does it give you the exact number, the rating or no?
Yeah. Well, so what do you mean? But because this is exactly the
Because on
way.
Amazon, if you hover, you can see like it's 4.2
Oh,
or
no, no,
4.
that's not what we have. So no, that's not what we have. But I see 4.5. It
So
is 4.5.
If I'm on
Yeah.
Amazon, I'm gonna
Yeah.
hover over it, and
Yeah, you're
I would
correct.
check. So for
Yeah.
me, like if I'm like when I'm really shopping, that's what I do. I like hover over it and I go,
That,
oh,
that's, by the way, a very good point, just to highlight that, because you're right. And that's not visible in this poll. We have to do it with this. And you also kind of said why you are choosing this product. And
yeah,
then
I think it's most reviews, and also it has like a kind of like it has that design. I like the design. It's like two sides. It's kind of cool. So
yeah. So your pick is the B version. That's Cool Life expandable suitcase. That's the one you choose.
That's what I'm
Now
choosing.
then we do go to the next step, and that is where we ask, well, what is the least convincing here? Because we still have two left.
I'm gonna say the left one.
The left. That will be
Yeah,
this one. And why?
you know, if I'm gonna pay another $20, and it also seems soft. It says hard shell, but like I don't know. Also, I just don't know. I'm probably just gonna go with the harder ones. Looks more like a Toomey one or like the Ramoa. Like it looks more strong. That's
Yeah,
probably it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, now let's look at it. Let's look into it. There we go.
Let's see.
The win,
Oh, oh, I
but
lost.
you're gonna say that it is close. We have seen this before when we did our previous tests and when we came up with the idea to do this webinar. It is extremely close.
Yeah.
It's extremely close. And I have to tell this. So I randomly picked these products. And why? Because, this is absolutely complicated. If you just look at it, you see three sets of suitcases and it's almost equal. And if you go into the category, it's even more, like much, much more. Yeah. Come on. What do
And
you want to say?
I have a very important commentary on this poll. Very important commentary.
Yeah.
And
Tell
if you
me.
want to do this, I would recommend that. In fact, so in our company, we actually have a Slack channel, like poll approvals, or we call it survey approvals. So before any survey is approved, me or my wife, who's my co-founder, we actually have to approve the survey before it goes up. Why? Because of exactly what happened here. And I think if you redo the survey, you're going to see that one on the left is not the best. And I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
The middle
Come
and
on.
the right are both this hard shell looking type. Okay. But there's two of them. So the people who like the hard shell are going to be split between that one and the other one. Okay. And then the people who like the soft shell, which might only be 1/3, or let's say 38%, if it was 1 versus 1 on any of those other two, that black one might lose. So I would have rejected this. I was in this survey, and I would have said, nope, we need to have, if there's going to be two different types, I would actually survey the two hard shells against themselves, find the best one, and then do that one against this one on the left that's more like, that doesn't look like a hard shell. Because they kind of fit a different audience. And so, again, this is up to you, right? And if you want to do the survey again, but I would see if you do 1 versus 1, like a head-to-head,
Yeah.
I think the black one on the left will lose.
But this is already interesting, Aaron, because I get it. So you have, and I really love, by the way, the fact that you have this internally. I think I strongly recommend everybody to do that because having a good poll setup, it's so important. But the reality is, from my perspective, from how I've
Mm-hmm.
seen it, that this is what is actually seeing when I'm just doing a search on a luggage set. That's what I see. So on top of
Those
page,
top three.
actual consumers see these options. So what do
Mm-hmm.
you think about that?
Well, yeah, let me see. I'm searching now. Three-piece luggage set. Mine look all like hard set. You want to show me
Yeah,
this?
well, if I can just continue because there's one thing that I want to show now because of course there's also something like insights from the perspective of everything. So if you look at our poll flow and the technical side of it, so although this one is winning here, but that's based on the positive votes. But if you look at the negative and the negative votes, you can see that the actual winner, and there you are, the nine-figure seller, is B. So, but
Ah,
this is more diving into the detail because on top you see like what is getting the most positive reviews. However, you can see that the one that's get the least
at
negative
least
is also
negative.
B. Now, then the other thing is that, and that's really fun, something that I want to point out here because there's much more to it than just generating that click. And we didn't discuss this, but I'm going to introduce it now. I mentioned the situation insights, and you read it so nicely. You even came up like because your luggage that you have is like a piece of junk, whatever, it's old. You said it, right?
I
So,
did.
but here you see that when people are answering the question, what are the most important product features you would look for? Then what they say, for instance, is organizational features. Now let's just click on one of these options, and I'm just going to do it now because then you can, because not just getting the click, because I believe having a higher price might generate a click. Having a higher amount of reviews might get the click. It's going to get the attention of the consumer. It's easy, click it. But what is it that they look for? And if organization features is important. I think that's going to help them to decide to buy the product. Do you agree on that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now let's look at one. So let's go to the first one, visit product, and then we go to the overview of this listing, and then we see like second image is okay, made to move 3-piece luggage set. That's it. Then we see something about sizes, where I think, by the way, tell me a little bit more about how easy it is to take it in some air flights, whatever airlines, because I do not know if this is going to help me. I don't know. It's really complicated from my point of view. Then here we have some stuff like built to keep you moving. So the zip is going to help you move somehow. I don't know how. And then here we have, let's get packing. Nothing like
That
nothing.
is pretty bad. That image is pretty bad.
No, but do you agree on this? So if you see, like, just from the perspective of getting the click, it might do the job. It might. It's a challenging thing. It's really challenging. But if you go to these listings, let's go to this one, how they do it. I haven't seen this one, by the way. So what is it that they do? So they come up with handle with ease. Then they go to, okay, so this is again size reference. Okay. I find it complicated again. This is a good one, by the way. I've seen many people saying in the marketplace poll that they say I go for B because it comes with a TSA lock. So where it is, high affordable pricing, high
Oh,
rebate
it said it in the
discount.
title. Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah. So they mentioned because it's in the title that minor element here, TSA, it's in there. But here, what about organization feature? Nothing. So here, side bumper feet, expandable. Okay, expandable room. That's great. Now we see something about the gut. So now we see the internal. The point here I want to make is that if you really want to have the sale, you should.
What is the YKK zipper? Hold on. What's the Y? What is the? That seems ridiculous. What is the? And is that a real thing? What is a YKK zipper? I'm gonna look it up.
Wait, what are you talking about? What is it?
Look. On the zipper, it says durable YKK zipper.
I don't know.
YKK zipper?
YKK. I know there.
I have no idea what that is.
Maybe here's where we expect that consumers use AI, and they're like, hey, what is it? And they take the time. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it
Are you
looks like it's a
searching it or
brand.
not?
No,
You're American. I'm Dutch, so I have absolutely no idea. You can tell me anything now.
The best zippers in the market. Okay, so it is a thing of standard. Thank you, guys.
Is it the best zipper? Is it really YKK?
I'm looking right now. It's a brand name when I'm checked. It's a Japanese made. So there you go. If you put like if it's like Japanese K zipper, and then you can put a trademark on it too. For YKK zipper, like if that was my listing, I'll put a trademark on there, right? Like in the image. So people like I didn't know what it was, right? So it'd be good to me to have a trademark so that I know it's not like a Chinese seller mistake or someone who put it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But what do you think about it? If you just what would you do? Because let's say that this would be your category and you would recommend some. What would you recommend here? If you should have to prove this.
Let's
Price.
look at the results. Can I go down to the results? Let me look, see what I would do if this was mine.
It's of course a quick overview from AI.
Durable materials, stylish, trusted brand.
Yeah.
Oh, they knew the brand? Okay.
Yeah, but you said the same. I think you said no. You said the same thing for the second one. That was familiar brand for you. But I think American Tourister. What I learned about it, it is a sister company of Samsonite.
Okay, great. Okay, so keep going.
I thought. I'm not sure. I think it is.
Higher price, yeah. Generic appearance, perceived low quality. Price are common. Lack of detailed information. Okay. Limited reviews and trust. Color and style preferences. Yeah, I mean, guys, if you guys seen of our listings, I would definitely include the go into the listing. Let me see how many colors they offer.
Yeah, that is the American Tourister or the other one.
So you see like how this has 7 colors.
Yeah.
I would definitely include that in the listing somehow. So there's a famous way to do it that's very terms of service compliant. If you look at Gorilla Grip, the way Gorilla Grip does it, they have a little tag, and on the tag they show the colors on the tag, so it's like it's part of the product. I've never seen that get taken down. So we sometimes do it that way. If you look at our milk frother, we include those other listings, other colors there. But if you look at how they do it, this is kind of the way you see like that. Any of these, it has like a little tag. Look at the hammer, the can opener, the stuff. It shows like a little tag, and then it shows those other colors. That's
You have the
one way to
color.
do it pretty easily to show there's a lot of color options, right? Because if you look, Cool Life also has 7 colors. And what was the other guy? American Tourister had how many?
Oh, sorry. Where do you want to go to?
American Tourister, next tab, number 3.
Here.
They all have 7 colors exactly. That's kind of strange, huh? How do they all have exactly 7 colors? That seems like a really big coincidence. Like, do they just copy each other or what?
I don't know. This one is doing also. I don't know. I've seen more colors, so I went, but I think they also have the color tag. So if you are searching on luggage set 3 piece, I think the color options are visible. I'm not sure. No, you see two. No, you're right. So that's
Oh,
definitely. Oh no, here you have
they're
colors.
visible there, right? So you can
So
see
in the
them.
organic you have it, but indeed, if you are promoting it on sponsored, you don't have it. So then it might indeed be a good idea to have that color in there. Yeah.
I'll include the color. And let me see. Otherwise, these don't look like the top seller. Oh, Cool Life is. Let's see.
But what do you think about all the things that, because I just mentioned giving some more details around organizing it, do you believe that that is also an important hook to get the conversion? Like, what is it that you care about if you buy luggage?
Dude, I'm such a bad example for this, bro. I just go to TJ and pick up something and I'm done. Like I don't really, or my wife will get it. Like I'm not like the greatest customer for this.
Is she around?
I think personally, what you could work on this is like, for example, the shine, like the way that the reflection is. So it looks like that American Tourister one. It actually is a hard shell, right? The whole
Yeah.
page is dominated by hard shell, but on the
Yeah.
small image, I couldn't tell that it was hard shell. I would put more shine on this, right? Like that looks almost like a fabric, especially
Yeah.
when it was very small. But then when you go to the second image, it looks more like the hard shell. If you go to the second image.
I do agree, by the way, that it looks like salt. Now I will go. Yeah, sorry that I'm not going. So here, that is the second one. The here
No,
the
no, no. The second image on the listing. So go back to American Tourister and go to image
oh
number
yeah,
2.
that one, and then the second. Yeah,
So you see, like even that looks a little bit more hard shell, like because maybe it has more of the shine or more of like.
yeah,
You could also put like hard. It does say hard shell, but I would play with like shining and lighting and different maybe a filter or something to make the luggage seem a little bit stronger. So these
yeah.
little things make a big difference. This is things where, in fact, I had some guys from a very large company in my office yesterday, and they have their e-commerce team is very small. They do like a lot of huge amount of revenue, like probably 10 times more than we do. But their e-commerce team is smaller than our team. And one thing I was telling them, like a lot of these big companies that don't do well in e-commerce is because they don't have a person whose job is like that main image. Because right now I don't have something coming to my mind right now for this exact case, but like a shine, maybe like a little glimmer, maybe if you've seen some of the on the like a tag that has colors, like I was talking about earlier.
Yeah, I
Maybe
know what you mean.
a TSA logo, like maybe that same
Yeah, you
tag,
should you
but
should
it's TSA
use a
approved.
tag or maybe even put a strap around it. I see sometimes
Put
that
a
with
strap
pillows.
around it, or
Yeah,
or
strap
maybe
around it and make sure. But I think also just like in the listing itself, show how it's organized on the inside.
yeah,
Show the TSA lock. Also, just think about like what is the most important part here. And from my experience, you always see images that is designed well. Like let's organize it as best as possible, but not in a way that it's communicating like this is most important, then the next, then the next. And you should be clear about that because now it starts with, well, you have the durable outer shell and then tough reinforced zipper. I don't know. Like you really need to pay attention to those details. And by the way, I missed it. Maybe you didn't, but it's really cool that people are just also communicating with us. And yeah, bad typography I
the
see now,
YKK guys
and the
asking stuff.
YKK zippers. We got some education here, so it's indeed Japanese trademarked. Thank you very much for being part of this conversation. That's great. And I have to watch it because otherwise I miss those details. Thank you very much. Yeah, and indeed, it's not easy to read. And yeah,
Yeah,
lot of things going on. I think we can go to the next one. What do you think?
let's do the next one. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm going to stop sharing screen. So there we go. Any questions so far, by the way? Maybe let's also give some space for that. If there are any questions, you can just drop it in the chat. Nope, I see nope. Well, that's nothing. Okay, so I have something else. I thought I have to do something in the kitchen. I had to
Sure.
do it.
Let's go.
Yeah. And again, a challenging one. Okay, there we go.
Right. I'm upgrading my kitchen setup. Want to start cooking meals at home. I want to buy my first electric pressure cooker to help make fast, healthy dinners during the week. All right. Let's go.
Yeah, okay. And again, reviews and pricing is visible, but it is possible to hide it. I have to make it. I will scroll it. If you are ready, I will scroll it a bit, okay?
Scroll a little bit, yeah. Let's see.
Yeah.
Karori. Oh. Okay. Simple Deluxe. Alexis Dumos. Oh, dude. So I'll tell you what's a little bit tough about this one, right? Okay. So first of all, the worst image is the one on the right. The Alexis, it looks terrible. The lighting is bad. The shine is bad. It looks really cheap and just ugly. Okay. And some people don't notice, right? Like if you look, the model might be identical to the one in the middle, right? The Simple Deluxe and the one, they might be the same manufacturer. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the one in the middle has the shine. It looks nice.
Yeah.
Someone worked on this image to make it go there. Even the plastic little pieces that it's standing on looks a little cheap and like kind of too not bright enough. So it looks like I would fix those, but the actual product looks much nicer on the right. So I'm just gonna, and it's cheaper. So Alexis, I'm gonna put a really, I guess bad. There's nothing good about it. No one's gonna click on that thing. It's terrible. I feel bad for whoever's listening that is because their design.
No. But I think there's also a point here because you see this, and I took this one because they were like extremely close in sales, so they were like so competing so much with each other. These products that we have here.
Yeah, and the other one is 120 reviews, right? So they have the most reviews. Go down to the last one. I didn't see the amount of reviews on the last one. So this one has the second highest reviews, and the lowest price. So like, anyway, I think it's not doing well. They might be spending more on ads or something, but that I think it's very bad. Okay, now let's go to the other one. Another thing, I don't use a pressure cooker, but there's a lot of gimmicks. Okay, the American market, I think we love gimmicks. We love funny, cool things, and like 16-in-1 looks better than a 9-in-1, right? More than a 12-in-1. So I'm gonna start going like I'm leading toward the 16-in-1. What does it do? We don't know. Is it made up? Maybe it's invented. Who knows? But I'm kind of leaning toward that 16-in-1. However, the one at the very bottom also seems to have like some sort of app or something, or what is that? It's also another gimmick, right? The number of gimmicks, guys, is just good. Like the number of stuff you can throw in there. I know, like, not make it look too busy. Okay? The shine is amazing on Karori. It also looks like another more famous brand. The Karori, it's not the exact name, but it's like a play on words to a more famous brand. So I'm kind of leaning toward that very bottom one. It has the most reviews. Yes, it's the most expensive. Yes, it's only 9-in-1, but it seems like that little box and that thing. So oh, dude, this is tough. Because then the other one is the cheapest and it looks nice. So if it was me buying, and then it's like, oh, dude, look at the top one. So sorry, the top left now, the big black thing at the top, it's not shiny enough, you see?
Yeah.
I was leaning toward that 16-in-1, but the design, because the top is black, instead of like all kind of stainless steel top and bottom, or that look, I'm gonna start saying it looks a little, that makes the model look bad. But it's tough because 16-in-1 sounds cool.
And just imagine that you are taking your time now, and normally you see like a bunch of well, electric pressure cookers. It's like crazy, like the amount of products that are so equal.
So I think what's going to stand out more, guys.
You did mention 16-in-1. That was really getting your attention, so I remember that.
It was, but you know, and there's 8-quart, there's a 6-quart. What's the last one? How many quarts is that? 6-quart. Okay. Does it always show these 4 in this order, or does it scramble it?
No, yeah, we scramble it. So if you have like 90 response, we scramble it all the time. It will never be the first in this order as you see it right now. This is my poll preview that I use. Yeah.
Okay. So
I will make it
the one that I would click on the most, or the one that I would buy the most, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the question here. Like,
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna go for the highest review with the little book in it. I need help. I know it's only 9-in-1, but I'm going for Karori. I'm going for Karori.
That's the one you would choose, and then we already know that in the next step you're going to. And again, you said sorry to the brand owner. Well, that's just the way it is. Let's look into it. There we go. Here we have.
Boom, baby. Let's see.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
And the second one was the simple guy, which is
yeah,
the cheapest one. So yeah, and
yeah,
that's
and you're right.
you could
So
tell.
indeed,
No one wants that thing. Guys, but if you never do the survey, the problem that happens to a lot of sellers, right? If you're doing, I don't know, less than 3 million, right, a year, you might have an image that looks like that and you don't even know about it because you never did
yeah,
a survey, you never got destroyed, you never had the privilege of getting destroyed in a one by one image like this. If you've never done an Intellivy on your own image versus a top seller, and then you see
yeah,
you get a 20% versus they get 80,
yeah.
you've never been embarrassed, but you need that embarrassment for you to then level up to the next thing and say,
Oh, that's
hey,
such a good
you need to be
advice.
embarrassed. So like,
Yeah,
yeah, we're saying, hey, it looks terrible. I'm seeing that, but people have that all the time and never look at it, never compare it. That shine on this one at the bottom is amazing. The booklet stands out, and then the other one stands up for the price, right? And then the
yeah,
other one from the 1601. So the three of the tops here all have something going for them, and that other one has nothing. No one has any reason to choose it. So
yeah.
this looks
And you
pretty
see
much
then again here, so we have the order is going to change here in the inside. So now we see that A is on top. The reason that A on top is that, well, it comes because it has the least.
just negative. Yep,
So
yep,
that
yep.
was indeed the one that you were debating yourself, like, yeah, I don't know. So then your positive went to D. That's the second. You can really see that based on positive reviews, that's the most. Well, not positive reviews, positive
There you
feedback.
go.
Yeah. And then it goes to B, and then finally we have C. And then if you look in the AI report, um, first of all, so situation insights. I felt like, again, to mention this, ease of use and cleanup. I check listings here again, and I can do the same thing again here. And even to the top seller, by the way, but uh, let's go to this product. I don't remember what, but if you go here, then it's not doing anything with cleanup. So like this is the second image. Well,
That image is. I would not do that image.
no, exactly. I felt the same
That's
way. Like, what is this? Like, I'm sorry, guys, but really, if you want to have the attention of the consumer,
But you can put it next to a microwave and it'll also tell you. Like most microwaves are a similar size. That'll kind of give you a better like. Not everybody knows inches like that, you know. So it's much
exactly,
better to put it in a real kitchen to get the dimensions of it.
exactly. Yeah. But if you continue, you have like the 9 cookies in one, then it goes to 12 cooking functions.
I like this image. I know it looks like kind of fake in Photoshop, but I don't know. It shows that how these
Feeling.
recipes are different things. I probably would choose a different dish, but overall, I like the layout of that image.
Yeah. Yeah. And then it goes to the display, like touch instant control.
IMD screen. Okay, everyone, you guys all know what IMD is? No, because I don't know. It's a YKK thing. Go back. An IMD screen. What's an IMD screen? Like a what? What? Like
Oh,
sometimes people
again,
just
maybe people
know. I
can
don't know what
respond
that
to that.
is.
No idea. I see now, no
Okay,
idea.
thank you. Thank you. Someone else is like the new generation of LED packaging
Yeah.
technology. That
And
like you people,
yeah.
you're just giving people these random things that they have no clue what they are. I don't know. I wouldn't put that in there. What's the
Yeah,
purpose?
ridiculous claims, etc.
The
Yeah,
trademark.
well, and so indeed, and then let's go back to the poll
And then
because
say it was important. If it was important, good, put the trademark on it or put like whatever it is, or like
make it a
IMD
patent.
technology.
Make
There,
it a
I'm
patent.
sold. I don't know
Yeah,
what it is, but it's just some technology you use. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna give people a weird thing they don't know, at least like say why it's important. Like YK, like that YKK thing. YKK trademark, like superior blah something, or
yeah,
so in
yeah,
this case, IMD, it's like IMD technology, and you I don't know what it is, but at least I'm being told it's more advanced. So yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Totally agree. So then, if we continue to the item feedback, so let's go. Well, we can start on top. So the A versatile, feature rich, but also the appealing design and size. So it is mentioned that people say that like it's great. Oh, whoa, I make it really big. So the 8 quarters, 8 quarts. That's how you say that, right?
That
Eight
was bigger.
quarts.
8 quarts. Yep, yep.
Yeah, we don't use that term in the Netherlands. So if you, by the way, going to figure want to launch this kind of product in the Netherlands, you should really consider that we are not used to quarts. We don't use that.
Hey, but one more thing. Did you choose the odd the gender for this?
Yeah,
Show me.
I did it like this. And really, by the way,
Yeah,
very
make
thank
sense.
you for pointing this out. What I did is age 28-50, male female. I did 30% male and 70% female. And I did also household size, 3 persons, just thinking about the fact like, well, for 4 or 5, they probably need to have food quickly. So I just want to make sure that I have people who have a decent household size, that they are used to cooking for a bigger group.
Yeah, and I think it's very smart to do a high percentage female, right, on our reports, right, for the kitchen. That is
Yeah.
the primary buyer. And if you look at actually the first one, if you look, it's more than 70%. I think click on there where you were earlier. No, down. Open up the
Here.
just where right before this. No.
Oh, sorry, where you want to go to?
Go down. Yeah, right. Click on that. And you were in click on the
Oh, and
image.
then I clicked on this one here.
Look, it was
Yeah.
right, there's seven female, one male, right? So the percentage there, the female like this one the most, and that's actually the target audience for this product. So it's just giving you an idea, even better, because realistically it might be 80%, 90%.
And you
So
can
it's
also do it like this. So you can go to Pool Insights and just filter on gender, and then it's going to change completely. So if I'm just going to filter on female, now I can go up again, and then it's moving around a bit.
it's
So
zero people like that one.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
by the way, let's see if I can go here to this thing, because I wrote down some stuff here. So first of all, this is the I just took it from the bestseller rank. I'm not saying like this is the normal way to search, but
Sure,
I
sure.
just use this as knowing Amazon. Like that's correct, right? But I just picked the product from this list. It was like the number 15, etc. So by the way, it's doing not a bad job somehow.
Yeah, because it's well, right now it's $49. You know,
Yeah,
on the poll was a higher price, but it's just doing some sort of deal. Maybe did a prime
yeah,
deal.
that's true. I don't know what it
Yeah,
is.
so when they, you
58.
know, what like they had to lower the price because they didn't sell enough, or
Yeah,
who knows. But
but I just looked into this listing, and I also saw, and you can see the same thing if you go to this listing. So it is a worse product. I thought like, if someone is watching this and it's your brand, then let's also make something right here. So it is quite a decent
well, the
listing.
second image is much better than the other one.
Exactly. I felt the same way. So what I
Yeah,
did,
that image is
what
much
I
better.
did, I just felt like, hey, why not do it like this as a main image, and then of course narrow it down, so bring the stuff together. But I did this with AI, and it's very easy to test it quickly, your new main image up against competition. Would you like this, by the way, because nobody's doing that, opening it up? Would you like it or not?
As a main image,
Yeah,
I mean, it makes it kind of pop out a little bit, but I kind of
yeah.
don't. I don't know if I would. I would try it maybe, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't put that as a first choice.
And
Just
would you
because
give some light to the display?
yeah, the lights I do like. The lights I would say yes.
Yeah, because I have no lights now, because I think, but I would say that you should do that to make it even better. So where is it? It's this product. So here we have it. Yeah. Yeah.
The rest of the listing is not bad. But you see, here's where, but it doesn't actually matter if all your images are great if your first one is terrible, because like people don't even click on it, right? Like, so I would have put it the same effort. Even take that same image, crop it, and put in the front. That image right there, it's the same
Here,
product.
this one.
Better,
Yeah.
it's better lighting, you know. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. 100%. So cool. Anything more to say about this one?
Nope. If there's any questions you guys want to.
Any questions from the
I think this is pretty clear. You know, it is pretty hard to stand out in that market. I do like that guy did that like 16-1. I don't even know if that was real. Hopefully it is, but that made it
I
stand
think it
out.
is. Yeah, it is. So that is no. Whereas the 16-1, that's the first one. So visit product, and he's indeed starting with that. And no, where was
What?
it?
What was that second image? Is really bad. What? Okay, fine. Okay, that's a choice.
Oh, it's 12-in-1. That's weird.
12 functions, and then where's the other four things? Who knows?
I don't know.
Oh, you know why? Because it has a spoon, it has a stand, and it has a cup, and it has the base. All those are pieces. So they're 4 pieces plus 12 functions. 16-in-1.
Do you think that's how they mean
Yes.
that? Like
Yes, of
that would
course,
be
yes.
very complicated
They
to
use all
me.
the time. These numbers, you just kind of put whatever way you can get without like having a lawsuit. So it has 12 functions, and then it has like the little spatula is another one in the cup, then the bowl.
Yeah, okay, so that's almost like you get a 3-piece TV. You have the TV, you have the remote, and the box.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Now that's a reason to buy it. Okay. Well, any questions from people here around us? Nothing?
Oh,
Do
yeah,
you
so
guys
so
think the
is it
vote distribution will be the same when people actually vote with their wallets? Well, this is simulating clicks.
yeah, what I'll tell you what I've seen is that the less niche of a product, the more this works, right? So I think a place where Intellivy doesn't do very well will be like you're looking for like a part for a car or something, or like you can still do it because it make it looks nice, but there might be a different set of eyes that the person buying that will look at. That's a very tiny specific audience. But this one is like a person who cooks is a very general audience, and so it works pretty well. Now, yes, is it going to match one for one exactly when people are buying? No, it won't match exactly, but I think it's very close and it's much better than doing nothing. Um, so yes, these people like they get paid, a little bit for this, right? So possibly you're going to think someone who's spending time either they're very bored or they're possibly a little bit of a lower income. So for like something very like a high level of I don't know, product you're selling for $1,000 also might not be the absolute best thing to test, like if it's very, very high income only. But at the same time, the highest
Or
credit
am
card
I?
usage,
Yeah.
highest credit card usage people are also the lower income. So the point is,
From my
you know,
and from my experience, I can tell that if you ask me, like, is this close to the actual thing on the Amazon Marketplace, then I would say yes, because we are generating the click. And if people are just scrolling, so they have like a buyer intent, they are just clicking on options. And absolutely, if something is standing out, or if you see something, an element, like maybe even the high price, or it is the reviews, they will click on it. And that's, I think, we are making a huge thing of clicks, and you have to, it's important, but you also have to understand what's happening after that click. What is it that people expect? What is it that they find? It will never happen from the first image. I don't know if you agree on this with me, but this is what I see all the time. You have to get your sales story in your listing. You have to take them by the hand, and then maybe at third image or fourth image, make sure that you're the only one having that product that nobody else has. And then you can look around, but you will not. You will come back because I'm the only one. And if I just look at these listings, nobody's really doing that.
right.
That's what I
Yeah, I
see.
think it was interesting because a few of them had like their second image wasn't good or this, but anyway, someone commented that Dumos is like the highest selling and has the most profit and everything. Also realized they have that 16 and 1. That is a thing that's very, very pulling people. It looked pretty nice. Had a lot of reviews, and also it was the only 8-quart on that list. The rest of them were 6-quart. So the bigger size is also a big piece. And if you look at their title too, it also says like it's a yogurt maker. It's
Yeah.
like it has a lot of keywords and stuff in there. So, and it seems like a big brand. I'm looking at their store; they sell a lot of stuff, so they're probably also very good at advertising and things like that. So
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I see another question, by the way. I see two on here. So it's interesting to Dumos is the one that is in reality is the biggest sale per month,
yeah, that's what
1,000,
we're
and the
talking about.
highest price. So maybe in that case, the higher price also pays, yeah, oil term of getting chosen. Yeah.
I don't think the high price is the reason they're clicking on. Like I don't, I really don't think a high price is like you're gonna get more sales because you have a high price. It's very rare. It could
I think you
happen, but
get more
it's very,
clicks.
very rare. I think.
I think you get more clicks. I think if you increase the price and make it a little bit higher than average on the market, that's going to generate more clicks. That's what I think, because people just want to see, like, what is it that you're doing better? And then they take that value. If they find it, they take it with them. Like, let's see if I can find a better deal for a lower price. But if you are doing nothing, you're just like, it was a waste of time. Then thank you, but I don't understand the high price. Yeah, and I also see here, like, do you do a survey on Intellivy first, and then when you are down with two options, and then do and then manage experiments on Seller Central? Well, that's a very technical question, Aaron.
Yeah. So I'll tell
I
you, I
know
really
it.
don't like experiments, guys. I do not like. Yeah, I know the Dumos right now. I'm just searched on Amazon. I showed $100, so maybe the price was a little bit different. I'm
I
not sure.
think I think I took it at the moment. I
Maybe it
prepared
was a
it
deal.
during
Maybe it was
Prime.
during Prime or something.
Most likely, yeah, that's what I
And
think.
Dumos, because they're a great seller, they're probably
Yeah,
running deals more intensively
yeah,
than other people, so they're participating in these
yeah,
events. And that's also another reason they're doing very well. Is
Still for this
they know how to
webinar,
sell, they know how to win deals, they know how to run ads. Like
yeah.
they're also a good seller in general. But
And
the
still for
product
this webinar and doing the presentation here, I think it's okay. You know, we are just showing how people respond to options, and that's the whole point. You can do the same thing. You can listen to consumers and understand what they think.
Yeah. Now I want to
Yeah.
say about this about the managed experiments. I'll tell you, I really don't like the experiments. The A/B testing on Amazon, I really, really do not like them. I'm talking to bigger sellers than myself, and some of them really do like it. But the problem with those experiments on Amazon is that it ignores your click-through rate 100%. It ignores it. So if you look, if one product has 10% more click-through rate and the same conversion, or maybe a tiny bit less conversion percentage, the other product will win that has more conversion because it ignores the click-through rate. It ignores it fully. It does not tell you the click-through rate. And so because that reason, I'm out. I don't do this. I don't run them at all. You could do them for like bullet points or something that's not something that's your title or your main image. I don't recommend doing a managed experiments to anybody on Amazon. I just think it's bad and will give you bad data. But if you want to do your secondary images or your bullet points, that's okay.
Yeah, well, I've seen. So, for instance, you just a couple of minutes ago, you mentioned like with the suitcases, you should add a tag or whatever, do something there. Now, if you're adding a tag to the main image, you see from testing in the Intellivy poll that it's definitely doing something better than the competition, but that tag is also saying something. So let's say that it's saying TSA lock. Now, then if you take that into experiments, you just have to wait for, what is it, 6 weeks, but already in 4 weeks you will see results. But that's what I believe in. So I'm just going to say this because
Oh, okay.
I see this from best practices around me. Then if you do see an increasement on that version with that badge, you also understand why. And that's going to make it much easier to optimize your listing as well, because you can just follow through and do something with the TSA message and around that tag. So, but then you have the data. But that's from my point of view how I see it.
I think
Um,
we become so used to these tools that these people give us, and we're like, okay, manage experiments. Guys, these Amazon experiments for main image is horrible and terrible and very bad, and it's making us all lazy. How do you see the
that's
difference?
what I agree on.
How do you see the difference? You could do Intellivy as a general test, but then to run the actual test to see if it's better, when you put the image up, you can see your performance of ads. Do the same day for same day. So let's say today's Tuesday. Tuesday at midnight, put your new image up and see all of Friday, right? That one image. The next Friday, put the old image up and compare Friday to Friday. What was your ad performance with the same bid on the same keyword for the same top of search? How did you perform? Because your total sales, so your total sales for like a day are hard to like gauge because you could have an influencer, you can have external traffic, you can have things like that. But if you take your top of search ad performance one day versus the same day of the next week or the week before, and you compare that, you can get a good idea of your click-through rate changes and stuff like that. And then if you have some idea, if it's not drastic and they're close, then you run 7 days. 7 days and 7 days. Check the one keyword, the same keyword, or you can go to brand analytics and see like your brand share on search. It's hard to do it for the whole product because there's so many other factors. But if you do either ads of the same keywords, the same placement types, 1 week versus another week, you can get that data and compare it. That's your best way to check, because your experiment on Amazon does not count a click-through rate. And I can show you some, but we literally don't do them. Like I told, do not do them. Like the main image is bad. You can do you can do like A+ content. That's fine. I just don't recommend the main image, basically.
Okay. I find it's new to me, but I have to say, like the way you explain it, that's really a good idea. I like it. I haven't heard it before. I really like it. I never heard before, like, let's run it over PPC and do it via that route. It's much quicker. And you're right.
Yeah, it's quicker and it's less lazy, right? You're hoping
Yeah,
Amazon
yeah,
is so
it's more
perfect,
active.
and they're not, because they're ignoring
Yeah,
click-through rate. So,
yeah. When I did the Amazon sales back in the days, so then I also always said to the team TLC, so tender love and care. So we really have to take care of each product and pay attention to it. And yeah, I'm going to the next poll. And by the way, I'm just going. We have, what is it, 10 minutes left, so I think we have to also keep respect to the time. I'm going to stick with the pressure cooker, and you just mentioned A+ content. Let's do that one. Let's see, because it's loading. There we have it. Poll preview. Yeah, that's good. It's going to be a little bit bigger because I have to scroll it, Aaron. I cannot change that, but that is exactly how a respondent would see it as well. So here we have the screen, and then we go to the next step. And yeah, so now I have to bring it up. So what this poll does, the respondent, so you have to see the full A+ content. That's what we need to do.
20 seconds.
So,
Okay,
so I stick with the pressure cooker.
Okay, cool. Photoshop, fine. Perfect choice. 6-quart yogurt. Okay. Deluxe, simple deluxe. Okay. Their main image and the main one is better. They would, I don't know. If I keep going, packaging.
Yeah, indeed.
Okay, fine. Alrighty. Click together, enjoy time. That's a perfect image. Thing looks so out of place. Okay, good. What functionalities are covered in the 12-in-1 design? I thought this wasn't a 12-in-1. Oh, maybe it was. Can you click on the 12-in-1 thing? Does it open?
Do you want? No, I cannot open this. So it's really like static. This is what it is.
Okay.
It's the
Okay,
first. Yeah. So then we go to this step because this is what we do in the A+ content poll. How convincing did you find this page?
I would say 5, maybe
5.
4 or 5.
5. Okay.
Put 4. Put 4.
4 here or this one 4?
Yeah, that one you can put 4.
So 5, 4.
Yeah.
And would you consider? Well, okay, so we need to ask the short.
I would consider. I know I already saw earlier, like it's a cheap product. Maybe, I mean, I consider it, right? Depends on what the price and reviews. Like, it's not going to turn me off like so bad. I just fine, sure, I would consider buying it.
Okay, so then we go to the next, and that is the other one.
Karori.
Karori, there we have him again. Yeah.
Fine. Okay, pressure cooker, rice cooker, slow cooker, stew. I like this. That looks kind of cool. The different dishes you can make. Okay. Cool. Looks like maybe Photoshop. Oh, that part's definitely Photoshop, but the other one could be real. Okay. What's in the box? Let's see. Pressure cooker, inner pot, steam rack, rice and user manual. Okay, cool. Okay. And they have a lot of other products.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
I would say that last one I put, oh, it's already 5. I put 6 on this one.
6 1 and this one, yeah.
The other one was 5. Yeah, maybe the one was 4. This one's 5, but fine. This is a little bit better than the other one. House close for the brand fields, I would put 5 probably.
5.
And yes, I would consider.
You would consider buying it. So then we have the final option. If you say like option A or B, you have seen both of them.
I would pick B. I'll pick B.
You pick B. So that's yours. B. Good. How do you find? What do you think of this poll, by the way? Because now you also have to explain your choice, but I think I understand a bit because you said it. But what will be the reason? Why do you choose B?
Probably it's more clear of what I'm going to use it for. Like the more functions, you know?
Yeah.
Like and images look a little bit nicer. So images a little bit nicer, and then it's more useful. I think like with the dishes,
yeah.
I would say.
Yeah, it's really cool. So look at it.
There you go.
It's close, but it is winning.
Very close. Wow. That's crazy. It's so close. That's intense.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It is really close, but I think this
very unusual. I almost never see like this close on Intellivy. This is like wow.
No, and that's true, and I agree on that. And I have to say, so again, here I did age 2850, male, female, so it's larger, it's bigger group female. Household size, again, I just picked that because it's important to have a good audience. So yeah, it's really interesting, and this one is winning. But then if I go to the details itself, so here I created this in Miro, so you see them side by side. And if you go down, even more interesting, if you look at the item feedback, it's kind of the same as what you did. So people, for A, they said like it looks very organized and easy to understand. Product and feature are shown in a way that it feels familiar, trustworthy. Response pointed out that the images help them see how it works and that the overall layout makes it easier to read. Many associated with good quality and practical use. While the other one, people liked the design, clarity of images, and the way the product was displayed. And then finally, they say also, if you noted that while it looked appealing, it felt more focused on appearance than detailed information. And I think the other one, you also saw that. So, and the whole point of doing this, so here we also have that number of, oh, I say patterns by age of gender. That's stupid. This is the scores. That is the scores. I'm sorry, I missed that. But you see here now the convincing. So variant A was scoring high, no, slightly higher. Trustworthiness was slightly higher for A. You were choosing B as the better one. And purchase intent, 90% went to A, while 80%, 82% went to B. So if you look from that perspective, it seems that the purchase intent goes a little bit more towards A, while the presentation is still the one that they like more from B. And what I find interesting is that, and of course we did that marketplace before this one, so now you can take it together, so you see like what is generating that click and what is happening on the listing itself. I'm just taking the A+ content, but if you think about it here, for instance, people mention that they want to know how easy it is to clean. We have seen that in that other poll. Why not use that here? It's not in here. It's just not in here. It's like there's nothing about easy to clean, nothing. Like really nothing.
Scroll up. I wonder, and how did they get a chance to do the trustworthy? That's because they actually typed it in, right? That's the whole thing.
They just have to choose the same as what you just saw. So they have to give a score. Trustworthiness, like
how they say the
number.
variant A is viewed as clear, organized, and trustworthy. Like where did the word trustworthy come in? They typed that in on the conclusion.
No, that was coming from the preview. So I went to poll preview. That's what I did, and then here next. Then we have to go down. So then we have seen the whole page, and then here, this is it.
Oh, trustworthy is a brand feel. Wow. Okay.
And you gave the number. You gave the number 5.
I'm gonna see. I want to analyze what these guys are thinking. Go back to the. Let me look at the A again.
I do it like this because that's easier to do.
Yeah. Wow. I wonder maybe because it's less like maybe because that chicken. I think the chicken image destroyed it. I was looking good until that chicken image came out. That chicken image is very bad on the right. Like
yeah,
that thing looks really bad. It just looks like you clearly didn't really go through the time of making it nice. So I think if they improve that image, maybe the right one would be slightly more trustworthy.
Yeah. And I'm also surprised. So
images,
it's just minor things, but if you just think about it, so yogurt is the first one. Why would you choose yogurt? And I see, by the way, someone commenting here like A+ is not interactive. Oh yeah. So on the survey, on the survey, it's not interactive, indeed. And so you have to choose the specific part, and you can also take that part and even test A versus B, and then see like, do people like the one starting with soup, or should it start with yogurt? But the whole point is here that you can bring things together from two worlds. So, and I also find it interesting that this one is doing the 9-in-1, while this product here, the left, was the one with what was it? The claim 16-in-1, 12-in-1, whatever. They're not doing anything with it on the A+.
That's true. That's true.
So yeah,
I think the chicken throw away for them. I think this chicken on the right destroyed their credibility. And also, you know what? Probably the difference too is on that when it's on a table, maybe that looks a little bit better. Instead of the one laid out toward the bottom. Like maybe here, like what's in the box versus it laid out on the table.
Yeah.
Maybe made it a little more trustworthy. Like
yeah, and none of the consumers are seeing this, by the way, side by side. So that of course makes sense, but they just go to the listing, then this is it, isolated.
Yeah.
This is a more,
I'm surprised that they're so close, but.
And what I truly hate is this, like this looks so photoshopped, like so weird.
The one right above it. I think the one that looks good is the one right above it. Like here, like what's in the box. This image is better than the other one because at least shows where you can place it down, or it kind of says, okay, what you're gonna do with it. Versus the other one, it looks very sterile. Yeah. On the one on the right.
But you mentioned before, like sometimes you're ashamed of it, but I would be ashamed of this. Like, what the heck? It looks so weird. It looks so off, like the coloring and everything, the shades.
Yeah, but look at the right. But I know, but they go to the right. This one said that they thought it was more trustworthy. And then this one on the right, it's just plain. So I don't know. Originally, I kind of thought, anyway, it's fine. They're both not bad. I think each of them could do these little little tweaks and little pieces, and then go again, and it would be a more clear winner. Like I think there's
Yeah.
just a couple of things that are bad on each of them that, but
Yeah. Well, let's see what I wrote down more. Scores and then conclusion. So variant A, viewed as clear, organized, trustworthy. Variant B appeals visual emotionally, it draws attention quickly, feels easy to navigate. Let's go to final questions, I think, right?
yep. And if you guys have any questions, ready to answer questions. Or you know what, guys, too, also, if you feel like you guys can find me on LinkedIn, send me a message if you guys have a question for me. Obviously, Peter Paul, if you guys have any questions on Intellivy or on your email, you can
Absolutely.
reply. He's on that email. He's always attentive to your any questions. Probably he'll even give you his WhatsApp. If you have questions about how to do surveys, he's always like, hey, does any of your team need questions? So very attentive. Awesome, guys. So
Yeah, it was a good one. I had some more polls, but this is it. We did great stuff. And what is your final takeaway, by the way? If you just
I think the key thing is, do a lot of those main images and then do the other ones afterward. You do have to do multiple. You can't just stop. I always talk about the main image everywhere I go. I'm like, get the main image to be perfect. But then after they click, as you said, the rest of the listing comes into place. So you need to, first step, main image, get it amazing, and then next step, do the rest. But you need to do both.
yeah. And you're still offering training?
Yeah. I got my course. aaroncordovas.com/course.
Yeah. Yeah.
We do a weekly.
From our side, if you wanna book, you can book an audit with Intellivy. So what we do is we do a free audit, and then we just check your listing, see like, hey, what's needed, first thing to do to fix stuff the way we did it today a bit, and then it gives you a direction. You can decide if you want to invest in it or not. Probably if you want to have more sales, you're going to invest in it, so we'll be fine. So thank you very much for joining today, and up till the next one. Thank you, Aaron, for being here.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you.